All right, there we go.
All right, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's staying warm. I hear people's houses are not, and heating systems and plumbing they're struggling. So far, so good with our place. Let's really run through the ankles today. So really push as you go. Those ankles warmed up. Let's switch to a bounce, heels into the floor, bouncing. Letting the arms flop, nice and loose. And back to a run. Shake out your arms. Grip your hands. All right. All week it's been Charleston, so we might as well keep going with it. Let's see how's it go. He goes kick and back.
Oh, see, now we're both here. We can make it really
There you go.
choreographed.
Yep. Little Saturday morning Charleston action. It can be just nice and casual. You don't have to put anything fancy into it. I will do the not fancy version. Amber will do the fancy version.
I can't actually do the fancy
You're
version.
doing just fine. And switch to the other side.
Oops, sorry. Charlestons are good for polar vortexes.
Yep, it's the Charleston polar vortex Charleston. Ugh. All right, back to running in place. Pushing through the ankles. See if you can have your toes be the very last thing that leaves the floor and the very first thing to touch. You can slow down if that helps. Hold on to something if that helps. See if you can really get that articulation through the feet, like you're walking on the moon or in like, I don't know, marshmallow.
Yeah, I like
glue or
it.
something like that. Yeah.
Warm mud.
All right, now don't worry about the ankles. Just back to a normal run. Let's go fast. Welcome to the new babies. I hear there's 2 new babies.
2 more baby lambs, which is our grand total now of 4.
We're up to 4. They always seem to come in the coldest possible time of the year. All right, good. Now let's just stand and reach over towards the feet. Go to about 80% of your limit. And come back up. Reach again to about the same place. One more time, coming up. And this time go to 90%. Coming back up. And now to 100%. And come back up. Very good. We're going to do a little bit of squeezing today. So take one hand, squeeze it with your other hand. A little bit of a massage. You can do the wrist too as you do this. Do the fingers, the palm. Find all the different ways you can squeeze your hand. This is good for tired crafting hands. It's also good for Aikido. Switch hands. Thank you. It's helpful to have 2 brains. And move up to your forearms, squeezing the forearms of one arm. And then the other one. Good. Now, pulling in so that you're giving the elbow joint a squeeze just by pushing in on your forearm. Switching to the other side, pushing, 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 and the forearm doesn't resist. This is not a resistance exercise. It's more of a stretch, a massage. Good, and you all know this one. Bring your right arm across. Left arm comes to meet it, pulling in. This should also feel like a squeeze, a massage, not resisting through the joint. Not going to where it hurts. If you need to do this, that's fine. And switch arms. All right, now let's find our chair. We're not going to go right into meditation yet. We have a few more warm-up things to do, but the chair would be helpful.
Oh, I'll get one.
You can have one too. All right, let's see. A couch works fine. Just somewhere you can sit down. You're going to grab one knee and squeeze it up towards your chest. It should feel good. You shouldn't go so much that your arms are shaking. If you need to bring it down a bit, that's fine. You can go get a towel and wrap it around your knee that way. I think most people can do this. Switch legs. Great. Now start to work your way down your leg on this side. And the goal is to get around your foot. But you can also get down just as far as you can and pull in from there. Just
So
a
you might
slightly
be at your
different angle.
ankle.
If you can get down under your foot, you can do that. You can get your ankle and move all the way up. I'm going to go to my foot. And let it down. Now let's switch and do the first side again, but moving down. We never switched on that other side. So.
All right.
If you can, move down to your foot and give yourself a squeeze in like that. If you wanted to go do the ankle, of course, go to where your range of motion is. And set it down. Good, now let's cross our legs. And from here, we're just going to pitch forward a touch. This is reminiscent of one of the things Amber did yesterday. You can put your hand underneath your knee and pull up gently. If it feels good, you can give it more force.
And we're tipping forward.
Tipping forward slightly, yep.
And it's okay to have your foot down across your shin also. It doesn't have to be up on your knee. You can still tip forward.
Mm-hmm. And let's switch legs. Tipping forward, grabbing underneath the knee, and then pressing up with the hand. Relaxing into it. And setting everything down. All right, let's just stand up quick. We're gonna go do our meditation soon here. I just want you to stand up, reach to the ceiling, stretch everything out, reach those fingertips to the ceiling. Good morning, stretch. Very good. All right, now set up for your meditation. Closing your eyes when you're ready. Checking common trouble spots of tension. So are you pitched forward at the hips? Is there a lot of tension in the hips? See if you can pitch back a little bit. Is there tension in your shoulders? In the eyebrows? It's really hard to think hard without tensing up the eyebrows. So the opposite's also true. Releasing them helps you not to think. Pay attention to how your ribs move as you breathe. Each breath, a tiny massage. Feeling at home in your chair, feeling quite grounded. Now, just like yesterday, I'd like you to try to let go of any sense of resistance you might have. Resistance to the present moment. Now, I realize that this is a common trope in science fiction, or resistance is futile and so forth. It's what people say right before they try to brainwash you. So I realize that, and if I start trying to get you to believe anything, then you can be worried. But instead, I'm just asking you to let go of resistance as an experiment to see what's here. That resistance will come back naturally on its own when you're done. There may be a subtle resistance in your body, in the muscles of your body, holding on somewhere, as though bracing for an impact of some kind. You can let that go now. you can let go of your attachment to thought. The thoughts come very seductive. They want you to follow them into the story. And that can be seen as a kind of resistance to the present moment. Let go of that resistance and just be with your breathing. Be in your room, on your chair. It's a good place to be. It is a good place to be. Resistance can come in the form of questions like, am I doing this right? Or I must not be doing it correctly because I'm not feeling centered. It's okay if you're not feeling centered. Stick with it. Ask for a little extra focus today. Ask for the ability to stay with the meditation. One of the advantages of having a regular meditation practice, or one that you've done over a number of years, is that you develop focus. You're not as easily distracted, though that varies day to day. And if you can stay with this meditation, you can begin to tune your sensitivities, tune your perception to be able to recognize the very moment of conception of a resistance that starts in the emotions or in the thinking mind, anything that says something's not okay. Tuning yourself to catch the very moment that starts to happen. And if you can watch that process like a good scientist, you can see how it begins to take over your thought, how it starts to form into an entire worldview. And if you can catch the very moment of its birth, often it doesn't blossom into its full concerning form. There's nothing in all of this that says we should not be critical thinkers. We should not be engaged in the world. But it is asking that during the time of meditation, you let those muscles rest. Those habit patterns can rest for a bit. As you go, you'll be more and more finely tuned to watch as these resistances arise. They will start to not become the main focus of your consciousness. They will start to become something that happens on a smaller scale or in the background. And what is in the foreground is an enjoyment of whatever is happening in the present moment. The texture of your breath, the simple peace and quietness of your body, etc. Are the resistances coming up? If they are, watch them. Watch how they dance around. They combine. Resistances end up combining a emotion and a thought combined together. Uncomfortable feeling in the body combines with the thought to create a network of anxiety and concern. It may be the case that you you just have a lot of resistance either today or just in general. It's okay. And so your task is to focus on watching this dance of resistance without judging it or yourself. It needs to play itself out. Try not to give it any fuel by entertaining it or believing in it. You have a few moments left. See if you can find a sense of rest at the end of this meditation. If this meditation was experienced as a very effortful one, then just relax that effort for these last few minutes. If you've found a sense of home, a sense of quiet peace, reside in that peace for a few more minutes. Very nice, everyone. Let's just take a little mental picture of what it's like to be where you are right now. It's a good place, at least slightly more calm than normal. Something you can tap into when you need to. Let's take our inhales and exhales together. Ready, and inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Give a smile, if one comes easily. Open your eyes. Thanks, everybody. So nice to meditate with you. We'll see you next week. All right.
Stay warm.
Stay warm. Please chat with us if you'd like to. All right. Bye.